Hi, Jack. My question is, really love your compositions and how the solos build up and it's really melodic and virtuosic. Could you share maybe one of your favorite tunes and how do you compose and how do you get it together? Thank you.
Yeah, man, that's a great question. Thank you so much. And I think I recognize you. Is your name Az?
Yes.
I've seen your videos, man. I think we were in touch once before as well.
Yeah, I got one of your courses long time ago. Yeah.
I owe you commission. Send me a PayPal address. Yeah, when it comes to composition, there's a few various ways which I usually start these things. I can give a few examples of this. The track which I played first, Shibuya Meltdown, that actually started with just that loop. Let me make sure it's right. And really, I was actually thinking of like E major.
Oh, wow.
You know, really. This kind of sound, and it was only as I was listening back to the loop I was thinking this kind of thing. The way in which I tend to write those is I will get the loop to a point where it sounds like what I want the band to play. So I'll sit there and MIDI program all the slap bass, all the drum parts, really bad keys. Grace will probably kill me later. If she saw the MIDI that was going on in there, you'd have a heart attack. It's not playable. But then I will loop that until I find the main melody, if that makes sense. So I'll improvise over the top, and if something nice comes out, then I'll keep it. So I keep the recording going just in case, or sometimes I film myself, and then I'll pick the best moments and construct from there. But usually what I try to do is to get as much of the guitar parts out as possible first. You know, I used to be one of these guys where I had to try and produce each section to perfection as soon as I'd done it. It was actually Wayne, the guy who produces most of my stuff, who, when we sat in a room together for the first time writing, he was like, why are you wasting your time? He was like, while the ideas are fresh, just keep going. So now what I do is, even if it's just like really rubbish time feel, I'll write the chords or record those chords in, and I'll record scratch tracks with the lead guitar of kind of where I want to go melodically, you know. Another good example of that is there's a track called Fanboy, which started again with a loop. It was just this. Super simple, you know, if you think about it, it's just two double stops. You can explore tons of things harmonically with that. I settled on this kind of, it sounds almost like Never Too Much. You know, you've got... It's almost the same song. You can see where the inspiration comes from. Similar with... I never thought about that when I was writing it, but I'm a firm believer in that our musical DNA, like, is made up of all of our influences. So we absorb vocabulary subconsciously. In Shibuya Meltdown, there's a couple of tag chords that sound like a Casiopea tune in there. This one. If you guys are familiar with the band Casiopea, they have a track called Casiopea. Very similar sound, but these are voicings that obviously my subconscious brain knows I want that, you know. The last way I'd say I write is kind of chord melody based. So there's a track on Kintsugi, it's the last one on there, called Matinee, which started really simple. I just wanted 4 chords. I think it was like C sharp minor 7. Something that wasn't so harmonically complex, and we ended up with this. If I can remember big fan of quite simple triad-based stuff. I think that's arguably the stuff that sounds more beautiful than the crazy harmony. But to kind of round this up, when you hear all of the crazy reharms and things like this, I think a lot of guys assume that we're writing that from the beginning. That's something that happens later. So a lot of the tunes end up in the demo stage, kind of like pop songs. Do you guys know the band Dirty Lips?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're my favourite band ever. But having big conversations with Henrik Linder about this, and Aaron and Jonah, to be fair, we talked about how their songs start the same too. It usually is a very simple chord structure. We get the main melodies sorted first, because that has to be the hook, and then we go in later and heavily arrange it, you know, like, so a lot of the reharms, some of it does not make sense at all, what we're doing, but we're experimenting with triads to think, how can we trip up the listener and how do we make this sound more interesting? Does that make sense?
Makes sense.
Yeah. And does that answer the question?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you.
Perfect. No, thank you so much for a great first question, mate.
Thank you.
Legend.